guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? Ancap24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to stack two abilities to make sure that you have a route combination that is going to be better than route tech in a lot of instances against man coverage. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about S-posts, okay? S-post is one of the best routes in the game when it comes to beating man coverage. And I'm going to show you how you can stack two different abilities, the short in elite and the mid in elite, and have it work better than route tech, okay? Now, if you guys saw our last video, Spruce Goose TV went ahead and showed how short in elite gives those glitchy cuts when it comes to making those cuts inside the numbers, obviously less than 10 yards. And we're going to show you that in this video and do a series of tests to show you why it's better than route tech and why you can use this for your own advantage, okay? So curl switch is a play I'm going to call right away. And I'm going to use Hopkins here as my first example. Before we go into anything, Hopkins has short in elite, mid in elite, and does not have route tech, okay? No route tech on him, okay? I want to make sure you understand that this stack that Hopkins has is the one that I prefer, okay? Now, what I want you to do is look at his route. You're going to see that he's going to go inside, then he's going to go up the field, and then he's going to cut again to the inside. Now, with this S-post, this one's kind of one of the glitchier ones. It's one of my favorite S-posts in the game. Not all S-posts are created equal, and we're going to show you several different in this video so you can understand it. What he's going to do is he's actually going to light up on his inward cut right away within the first 5 yards, and that's going to be the short in elite lighting up. And then he's also going to light up again on his next cut, which is going to be the mid in elite lighting up. So not only is he getting benefits for catching in those zones, he's going to get route running on this route, right? So all I'm going to do is just so you, I'm not even going to throw the ball. I'm just going to kind of zone off everybody so you can see basically this work in action. Just watch Hopkins and watch how he lights up. Here's the first light up on the short in, and then the second one on the mid in, right? So he's got two abilities there that are lighting up because of where he's making his cuts on the field. Show you two one more time just so you can understand it here. And it's really just to make sure that you got good opportunity of understanding why it's happening, what it is, okay? So again, watch how X lights up on the first one, and then he lights up on the second one across the field, okay? Obviously, I'll just throw this ball, and we're good, okay? Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the same exact route, same exact against defense, everything exactly the same, right? I'm just kind of trying to prove a point so you guys can see this and go through a series of tests, okay? So let's just go ahead and pick the same defense I was in. I was just doing a cover one, contain here, and then what I'm going to do here on offense is pick the same play, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out Hopkins and I'm going to put in Devontae Adams, basically, okay? So when I put Devontae Adams in, so we're going to take Michael Thomas out. Actually, we're just going to take out Devontae Adams, okay? What you're going to see is Devontae Adams is basically going to be a player in which has route tech, but does not have short in or short out. Basically he just has route tech. Now, watch what happens here. See how he does not light up on the first cut, only lights up on the second cut. We'll do this again here. That guy came in, came in right there. Let's just make sure that we, okay, let's do this. Now look at this again. Watch Adams. He does not light up on that first cut. He only lights up on the second cut. Obviously, he still kicks his man. We've got an advantage. This is regs. We're not going against anybody elite here. But I want to talk about the abilities, not about the matchup, right? Ability is on short and elite, you're going to get that up cut. And then on mid and elite, you're going to get that second cut on the post. That does not happen in route tech. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go out of this and we're going to go into another S post just so you can see it out of a different formation. This is another glitchy one that I really like. It's at a wing slot offset, and it's going to be the play here, wheel post drag. Okay, so I'm going to pick that play, and then what I'm going to do again is just pick, it doesn't really matter what I'm picking here, let's just pick any cover one so you can see it. We'll do cover one hole. Okay, so here we are. Look at Hopkins. Now, the first thing I want to make sure you understand is that Hopkins is outside. Okay, what does that mean? He's not inside the numbers, so he's not going to light up the way he would unless he's inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to motion Adams to the left, and that's going to bring Hopkins in. Okay, so now his cut is inside the numbers. So I'm just going to make sure that I just put the Y just out of the way, just so you can see it. I'll block everybody off. It really doesn't matter. I just want to show you the X. Now, X is going to light up on its first hit, then it's going to light up on a second. That's mid in and short in activating on both of those. Okay, now what I was saying before, say I take this to the left hash mark, and I run this S post, and he's going to run it outside the numbers, right? So right here, basically, I think if I do this, he goes outside, right? So yeah, so you can see that he's basically outside the numbers. Watch what happens here. He goes up, he doesn't get the light up, and then he doesn't get the light up. Why? It's because he wasn't inside the numbers. Okay, I want to make sure you see that. Now, you could have saw right there was a little bit tricky because Adams was basically all lit up. So what I'm just going to do is just going to take Adams, go the opposite way, just so you can watch it again. Watch the X does not light up on the first cut and doesn't light up on the second cut. And you can see how he never got any advantage. Same route, it's just where he's placed, right? So if I go back to the right hash mark, let's go ahead and take a look at it again. And you're going to see here that we'll just go ahead and move this guy in, Y on a drag, just so I can get him out of there. Now watch, he's going to run his numbers inside cut, mid in cut. See how we got both of those? Obviously, I'm not protecting or anything like that. That's why I'm not getting throws off, but just want to make sure you understand in that principle where they're making the cuts. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring out and switch those players, right? Same exact play, just want to make this series of tests to make sure that we got everything exactly the same way. So we're going to put, we're going to take Davante Adams out of here, and we're going to put in him on the outside, okay? Now what I want to show you here, same play. We'll go to the same, it doesn't matter again, just to cover one hole. Just make sure nothing changes on our experiment, all right? Do the same thing here. Now we got Adams. If we got everything correct, you're going to see that he does not light up on the first cut, only the second cut. And this is why it's better than Route Tech, because he doesn't do it there, and now he does do it on that. See how we had that little bit of yellow there? So what you're seeing here on this play is that Route Tech will only light up on the second. It doesn't get two advantages, where when you combine short in and mid in, even when it's with the right players, if it's a route runner, it's going to be less AP, and it's got better catching, and it also gets better on those. Now, let's go ahead and do this where I'm going to flip the play here. And what I want to show you here is these also work on these routes if you go across, right? So what I see here, this is Adams, and I'm just going to basically take everybody out. When I motion him, you're going to see that he's not going to light up originally. Watch, I'm going to hike it right here. He's not going to light up on the X, and then he's going to light up on the second one, right? So this is a really nice route. Don't get me wrong. It worked. But if I was to go ahead and go back and put in the correct player, meaning that I want to put in Hopkins, he's going to get lit up on both of those routes. And I want to make sure that you see how this works, right? So I'm putting Hopkins back in there. I'm just going to go ahead and call the same play, call the same play. And you're going to see it's not just S post, you can use it as a flipped, right? So here we go, flip this play. Now what I'm doing here is just merely taking Hopkins. I'm going to motion him over, and he's going to get the upward turn for the short in elite, and then he's going to get the outward for the mid in elite, right? So here we go. Hike the ball, he's going to hike, see how he does there, and then he does there, and now you're going to be able to basically throw that ball, obviously put some air on that ball, but you're going to see that he lights up twice. Very, very important when it knows that when these guys are lighting up is when they get their advantage, and that's what you're going to see when you're in a MUT situation, when you get the best versus best. You need all the advantages you can. So the last example I want to show you is actually one that's not one of the glitchy or S posts. Okay, we're going to use a normal S post. All right, so let's just go ahead. I'll just take the 236, and we'll cover the same one that we did before. And let's go to something like trips, Y trips week. And we're going to call this play Y corner, okay? So let me just make sure that I'm making sure that we don't get any type of pressure. And I want to show you this first the way it is now. You can see how X is to the outside, and you can see how he basically is going to make his cut outside the numbers. Now watch X. He's going to go up, and then he's going to make his cut. See how he made his cut basically on the numbers? Well, that's going to give you the opportunity to only light up once. Even though Hopkins is got short in mid in, his first cut was outside the numbers. If I was to go ahead and move him in now and do this, I want you to look. I know it's already orange, but watch where the yellow lights up, okay? So watch how the X, see how he just lit up right there? And then lights up again. So inside the numbers on that same type of S post, he's going to get 2 advantages on the play. So I really want to make sure that you understood that, right? Now, if I flip the play, we're talking about Adams. Now, before I go into thing, I want to make sure you understand, just like it does on Route Tech. So here's Route Tech, right? If I move him inside the numbers, right? He's going against a 1 step ahead corner in Stephon Gilmore. That's going to neutralize Route Tech. That's also going to neutralize any of these short ins and mid in leads. So watch the B. He's not going to light up there, and he's not going to light up on there. He didn't light up at all. The reason why he didn't light up is because he's going against a Route Tech. I want to make sure you understand that point as well. Route Tech, 1 step ahead will take away these abilities. So if you're going against one of those guys, not going to help you, but it will help you knowing that when you're going against somebody who doesn't have it, because they can only put 2 on the field, then you're going to have that ability to have that double thing. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you 3 different, S posts, different routes like that. Now I'll show you one more route that basically can help you understand this. It's a built-in route. I already showed it to you differently, but let's go to trace stack. And let's go to, just get any man coverage out there. It doesn't matter, right? Here, which is demand buzz. So this route here, which is a flipped of the S route, it's called smash seam. I've got Michael Thomas running it. Okay. Now I can definitely take him off, but Michael Thomas has route running. He has Route Tech, and he has short in elite. So this is a bad example to use him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Michael Thomas off and put Hopkins there, and you're going to see how anything with these double moves is really going to be nice for you. You can see how he goes out and in, right? So I'm just going to basically move this guy over here. Watch the white lights up there, white lights up again, and now you've got that ability just basically to throw it over the top, right? So obviously better arm strength, you could lead it a little bit further, but these routes are really nice. You can actually smart route it, right? If you smart route it, watch what happens here again. You can see that he goes lights up, and you can see how he literally will get that open each time, right? If I was to change that to just a Route Tech player, it won't do the same thing. And that's really what I want to hammer in today, is just a matter of knowing when it's your advantages to use the short in, medium in. And to be honest with you, I prefer this a whole lot better, just because I know that I'm going to have the ability to have double light ups, and I'll know right away what I'm facing, right? So here it is, and let's do this. And let's go ahead and just, we'll just do the man buzz again. And you can see how we're going to do the same thing with Adams. And you're going to see he's not going to get that original light up, just because of the fact that he is a Route Tech, not a short in and a medium in. So watch, no light up on the Y, but he will light up on the second one because of the fact that he has Route Tech. So hopefully you guys understand it. It's where they make their breaks. If you have short in, they will get double. If you just have Route Tech, they will not get that first cut. And obviously you're going to be able to work. Now, a reason why I like the mid in is because I want both cuts. I want the short in, I want the mid in, I want to have the ability to have better catching in those areas. To me, I'm going to put this on my best players just because I know that I'm going to have the ability. If you want to even go further with it, you can definitely put deep in, and that's going to help you on the majority of your throws and catches, because they're going to catch that ball in between the numbers, and that way the ball doesn't get knocked out when it hits their hands. Obviously, you could stack all 3. It does get a little costly when it comes to AP if you don't have a route running player involved as far as keeping those down. I think with the deep threat, they had I think the medium and deep for cheap, but you have to do an extra one for the short. So typically I just do the short and medium, get out with 2 AP on a route runner and feel like I'm ahead of the game on these routes. and really don't allow people to play man coverage on me because I can just kind of torch them with these routes. And then you get the ability when you're going against zone coverage to have the extra catching, the boost in catching ratings when we throw it to him. He's not going to drop it if he catches it in traffic in those areas. So hopefully this was definitely informative for you, using these S routes with these double stack abilities to get those great animations and get yourself a little bit more separation. If you haven't already done so, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Almost at 35,000. Love to hit it this week. You guys can help us out. We do appreciate that. We'll catch you on the next video.